Hey, let me ask you a question. What do you think about when I say the word love? I mean, there could be a lot of possibilities come in our head thinking about what love is, or how we share love. Now, we have love we demonstrate to our spouses, okay? But that love's a little different than the love that we share for our children. And then that love is a little different compared to what we share to our parents, our relatives, our acquaintances, our friends. It's just different. What I'm trying to get at is what we need truly right now is an overflowing of love. I was reading in Ephesians today, in chapter 3, verses 16 through 21, and it's where Paul is addressing the Ephesian church, but he's praying for love to overflow. And it was like a aha moment for me. I kept thinking, oh my goodness, that's what we need. We need an overflowing of the love of Jesus through the Holy Spirit to affect the change that we need in our communities today. And I have a particular story that I want to talk about, but let me read the first portion of this. And it starts off in verse 16. It says, "And I pray that he would unveil within you the unlimited riches of his glory and favor until supernatural strength floods your innermost being with his divine might and explosive power. Then, by constantly using your faith, the life of Christ will be released deep inside you, and the resting place of his love will become the very source and root of your life." Think about it. It's going to release deep inside us the resting place of his love. But how do we get that? How do we engage in that? It says right here, by constantly using our faith. Not every now and then, or not when we need it, we can pull it out like a credit card. Constantly. We got to be engaging in our faith, acting in our faith. Then you will be empowered to discover what every Holy One experiences, the great magnitude and the astonishing love of Christ in all its dimensions, not just some, all its dimensions. How deeply intimate and far-reaching is his love. Think about that. We can never comprehend the love of Jesus. And how much we need that right now. How enduring and inclusive is it? Endless love beyond measurement that transcends our understanding. This extravagant love pours into you until you are filled to overflowing with the fullness of God. This extravagant love, it's not just a small portion of love. It's extravagant love to us that pours into your life until you're filled to overflowing with the fullness of God. I'm going to tell you a story of a pastor that in his community there was a business that every time he drove past this business, he felt a demonic presence. Well, he prayed about it a few times, and he asked God, he said, "God, what do you want me to do with this establishment?" Well, the Holy Spirit told him, it said, start praying for it. And he didn't stop there. He said, "I want you to walk around the place, and I want you to go inside the place." Now, this is an establishment that this pastor doesn't normally go inside of, but he said, I'm going to do it. Whatever you tell me to do, Lord, I'm doing it. So he would pull up to this establishment, walk around it, pray on it, and he'd start praying in the Spirit, touching the walls. Then he'd come in, and then he'd walk in the place, walk up and down every aisle, praying in the Spirit, and just praying over everything, and then he'd leave. Now, there was one particular time he came in, and he did the same thing he normally does, walks up and down all the aisles, praying in the Spirit. As he's leaving, the owner of this business stops him and says, "I don't know who you are, but you are different than any other person that comes inside this business. And the pastor looks at him and says, what do you mean? He said, when you come in, the atmosphere changes. He said, it just changes. He said, from the time you walk in the door until the time you leave. And when you leave, it leaves with you. He said, I don't know what it is, but that changes. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen or experienced in my life. But yes, when you come in, it changes. Can you imagine the effect that we would have if we overflowed with the love of Jesus like that? The Holy Spirit just overflowed with us. And whatever situation that you'd walk into, whatever environment, I mean, you would change it immediately. Because this man said immediately he walked through that threshold or that door, the atmosphere changed. That's what I want to do. I want to affect my community, my city, that way. And that's how we affect change, is when we start working in our own neighborhoods, our own community, our own city or state, and it grows exponentially by allowing the Holy Spirit to use you. It's already convicted me to start praying about my city, my community. I'm going to start when I walk. I walk 2-3 miles a day. I try to every day, and I'm going to start praying for it. You know, I usually just pray and sing and pray in the Spirit and just enjoy my walk. But this time I got a mission. I'm going to start praying for every house that I pass. I'm going to start praying for the love of Jesus just to flow through me. And as people pass me, they're going to feel it. They're going to feel that Holy Spirit when they walk past me. And it's going to be different. And it's going to affect them. And that's what I want to do. I want to be an effective man of God for Christ. And that's the way we can do it. Paul's telling us right here in Ephesians what we can do to affect the change that we need in our community, in our city. So my encouragement to you is to get up every morning, start praying for your neighborhood, your community, your city, and start praying for the overflowing of love to come out of you and to just touch everything that it comes in contact with. And that's how we're going to affect change. It's not the feel-good kind of love that we talk about in the world. It's the Jesus changing kind of love that changes people. That's what we need. Well, I said a little bit longer than I intended to. I just wanted to share a little bit from my heart. And sometimes I get carried away. So have a wonderful day. Enjoy your journey with Christ. And share that love. Share that love of Jesus everywhere you go. And pray for that overflowing to permeate whatever area that you hit. Office, environment, whatever it may be. I pray that God blesses you guys in every way. And I look forward to hearing and seeing you guys in the next video. Well, not seeing you, but the next video. So I love you. I pray God's blessings spiritually, physically, and financially. God bless you guys. I love you. Bye-bye.